We're going to go to the money. Sticking to money. The Gemara goes on and tells us the man owes a woman, or the woman owes the man money. He says, "My dear wife, my dear girlfriend, you owe me money." She says, "Yes, I do."
Keep it.
Keep it.
Keep it. Because I did not know
A girlfriend without I'm dating a G and she goes, "You owe me." Okay.
No, she owes you money.
And then I tell her keep it. Okay.
why you tell her keep it.
That's it.
Because you're
What
going
you
to
what
be
did you tell her?
Because what?
You'll be married with me to me with that money.
That's why.
You keep the IMLA and you're married to me with the money.
Well, Torah
G or
says,
NG? The Rabbi told us before. NG.
Because you don't want to pay twice.
Rabbi, 20 lines from the bottom of the page. On Vav Amud Bet. Yeah, probably 22 lines from the top.
Right in the middle of the page.
We went back?
Next page. Next page.
Oh, 6B, 6B I got it. Yeah.
683.
6B2.
Right there.
6B2, top left.
Okay. Okay. And where Rabbi said?
Abaye says.
Oh, Abaye.
Top left. All the way on top. 6B2.
682. Oh, Abaye is on the left. Okay, beautiful.
Omar Abaye. Abaye goes on and says, Hamekadesh B'milva, a person who goes and acquires a woman through milva, what's the din? And a mikudeshet.
Can I have a question, Rabbi? We have to witness. We have to have two witnesses when he gives her the money. So this was not.
It doesn't matter if he has to.
This has no witness. I lent you money, and now, this was about with two witnesses. Huh?
Even if it was with him, it
I read.
doesn't matter. He can't acquire.
No, I'm not talking about that. To acquire a woman, I can't just give her money without anybody seeing me do it. You have to have two witnesses. Also, the document, not the sexual thing.
She lent money
Yeah.
from this man.
She
borrowed money
from this man. Beautiful.
Now,
Yes.
what does he do?
Yeah.
It comes time to pay back.
Yeah.
He brings the two witnesses. And he says to her, "Don't pay me back the money. That money, keep it."
Okay, so he
Hurry
has
up,
to bring
Mikudesh.
two witnesses. I got you. Okay.
The whole thing.
That's it. And we're saying that doesn't work. Okay.
That sounds more. It sounds more ridiculous.
Now, can we look at Rashi?
Rashi.
Hamekadesh B'milva. See it? The Amar Kachili B'milva Shehil Viticha. Be married to me with the money I lent you. Don't pay me.
The guy loaned his girlfriend $100,000 or $50,000, and then he tells her, "I'm going to marry you with the money I loaned." Huh?
But forget about it. Forget about it. You don't have to pay it back. What's the name?
Not the same money she spent the girl.
So but she owes him $100,000.
It's still to her benefit.
No, but what? You can buy yourself a ring.
Again, don't buy a ring. Don't do it. Do whatever you want.
There's no machshava. There was no machshava. When she took the money, there was no machshava.
Right, so what's the
There's no machshava. Maybe he had in mind because
He didn't have it in mind at all.
Can you give her a star?
Comes down. Always comes down.
He gave her. She gave him star. I owe you $100,000. He rips up the IOU. He rips up the IOU. What's the deal?
She's benefiting from 6B2.
Also, Rabbi, the money that she took a year ago is not the same money that she's spending now.
Who cares?
Who cares? Just make it clear.
Here's the receipt that you paid back.
That's what he's doing. He is giving her. She's giving him the I owe you money.
She's giving
She's
the
getting the
IOU.
benefit. She's getting the benefit of not owing him any
Rabbi,
more
she's
money.
spending the money, now she has to get it back. Okay,
He's
now
giving
just
her
think.
the IOU.
Just think.
Of course, who's holding that again? Start again. I borrow money from a bank. Who's holding the IOU? The bank. The bank tears it up. When I paid. Now, the girl borrowed $100,000 from Abraham.
He has the IOU.
Abraham's IOU. She comes to him to pay back the money. He says, Hariyad Mekudesh Li, the IOU's that. Take it back.
The IOU has it.
Yeah, but he has to ask her first. Do you
Yeah,
want
of course.
Yes,
She doesn't take it.
Yes, sir.
it? Yeah.
Just say, no, here's your money. Keep
Why can't he just give the money back? Give it them back.
So the question is, why isn't it good?
She's not paying.
Why does it work?
Why it's not?
It doesn't work.
So far,
She's not.
According to Rabbi Abaye, it doesn't work.
She comes, she's going to cry to him. Sarah's crying to Abraham, please, I don't have the money. I don't have the money yet. He says, don't worry. Here's the IOU. Don't pay me, but you're married to me. I have Mekudesh. What's the deal? Look at Rashi. Ain't no Mekudesh.
under duress, maybe it sounds.
No duress, what duress?
The emotional duress, meaning that
Let's read Rashi. Ain't no
If she
Mekudesh.
says okay, it still doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
I'm asking. Okay, I got you.
אין המקודשת בקיחה מסעדי עפרון גמרינן, that we learn money from where? The Ephron. The Yahiv miyad b'shad Kiddushin. That something is given at the time of Kiddushin.
This is a loan he gave her previously?
Sure.
So this is, he's forgiving the loan.
Right?
Yes, to marry her, to betroth her, to betroth her.
And if there was a new loan, he said, I'm lending you.
We didn't get to the other. Now we're at this point.
You missed the first minute.
Now always.
This is
But come a little late because he reviews it.
you only reviews everything because we're thick.
That's what I said, so
At least I'm thick.
as a brick.
I'm thick as a brick.
Let's go back. It's not my invention. And the what? The malveh was given to you. The kvar hein shalah, and the money already are hers. And she's obligated to give him what?
Different money.
Different money.
Money's money.
So when the money is given,
So he gave her money last week.
She's giving him different money back.
And he comes now, he says,
It's not the same
you
money.
know what, forget the $100, Hariyat Mekudeshet Li. That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, so what's the thing that gets the money?
now listen.
Not the same.
She,
And now it says no good.
you know, good.
Why is no good?
You know, you know, Lady Godiva.
Lady, I know chocolate.
Make chocolate. So now she wants to go to the city with a horse. So she borrows my horse.
Okay.
So she's riding my horse to the city. I see her with her long hair. I say, Hariyat Mekudesh Li with my horse. Keep the horse.
I'm not.
What's the deal?
Good.
Maurice, Lady Godiva.
Don't look, Rabbi.
You shouldn't have said Lady Godiva.
Now you got it?
You don't have her on the horse. It's a name, I
So and you know what they called you? There was a man named Tom, and they called him Peeping Tom.
Stop peeping. So,
Because everybody's supposed to go inside when she walked through the street. But let's go back to our Nikuda.
No, that's the same thing.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, that's where people talk comes from.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
He says keep the horse.
And Maria Pekudeshet with this horse.
She says it's different money. That's what same one.
I understand what it's saying, but I can't see why not. Rashi says he has to give her new money. He has to apply, but that is new money. She doesn't have to repay it.
Money's interchangeable.
That's better than saying Hareat Mekudeshet Li B'Malveh there with a loan, because that she has to give back, and that one's good. I jumped the gun.
So far, we didn't. Malveh is not good.
It's not good. Oh, okay, good.
So,
Rabbi, I'm a Kadesh b'milveh. I don't know where you're coming from. And I'm a Kudeshet.
Mekadesh Bet Milveh, but this is a loan that he made already.
That is what we're talking about.
How about a new loan?
Maybe that's good.
Gave it a horse.
Where's the second time over here?
Gave it a horse.
You have to have good eyes. I'm a Kadesh b'milveh. What's the Kadesh b'milveh? Look at Rashi.
I wanted that. So,
I'm a Kadesh b'milveh. What are you talking about? The Amar.
התקדשי במלווה שהוא ויתיך. Past tense.
Past tense. So if he gave her an out, maybe it's
Okay, I
good.
jumped the gun, but Rashi's with me.
So when he says, you have money, you owe me.
yeah.
I want you to marry me with that money. What's the deal?
It's not retro. It's not retro.
And
I'm sorry, Rabbi. So what are we
Start
doing?
again.
I got it.
start again. Abai makes a statement. What does he say? I'm a Kadesh b'milveh
With the loan.
and I'm a Kadesh. What does it mean alone? Comes Joe and says he gave her money now to her as a loan?
No.
What does it mean?
That he gave money before, and now he's telling
And
you
what would
the
it-
money I gave you a month ago.
And what would be, now we asked two questions.
Yeah.
What would be if he gave her the money right now with this loan?
Oh, he's telling her, Ariadne Kudeshet with this loan that I'm going to give you now.
And you're going to pay me back next week.
Okay.
I give you the $100 back and I'm not giving it now. It's the same thing.
Why?
Because it's not us. He doesn't acquire.
What does Rashi say? Don't tell me Mr. Cheers. Svara.
He says has to be new money because that loan.
What does Rashi know mean you money? What are the words of Rashi? Read
Not
it.
Mekudeshet.
In which case?
And the loan right
Past,
away.
the past,
In the
last
past.
week.
And the first one that we have here.
Right.
When Abai says, I'm a Kadesh
It's a
b'milveh,
loan that passed. So what? And then,
maybe as long I'm giving her now is good.
Maybe the loan that you give her now.
Would work.
so Rabbi,
Yeah, but she doesn't acquire it.
Because I'm a stingy.
She doesn't acquire it.
doesn't work. We know that
Yeah, that's what.
doesn't.
That's what this.
What's the reason it
That's
doesn't
what-
work?
She
What's
doesn't
the reason that
What does Rashi say for?
Rashi says the reason it doesn't work in Mekudeshet.
Yeah.
שכיחה מצדה עפרון גם בינן ויהיב מידי בשעה קידושין.
Comes Rashi and says,
Time of Kiddushin.
Rashi says, when I give you money for a loan, it's your money.
When
I'm giving you money. When I, listen,
listen to this.
when I lend you money, whose money is it? Whose?
His money.
The borrower.
The receivers. They have to do what they want.
Now,
She has to pay back.
and now she has a what? Now she has an obligation. The money is hers. She can do whatever she wants. He has no right to tell her what to do with it. But she has to pay her. That's an obligation.
And what's the first other case?
Now listen.
Right. I'm listening.
Now that is an obligation created.
Right.
Now when he tells her, the case of the Gemara is, when he tells her, you are married to me with this loan, it's what case? Where he gave her the loan yesterday. So yesterday she already has that money. She just has an obligation. What is he doing? He's ridding her of the obligation. Comes Rice and says ridding a person of an obligation is davar shelo ba'olam. It's nothing. Doesn't work.
But if you do it at the time.
Maybe at the time would be good. Now I added on another instance. What happens if it was Lady Godiva and she borrowed the horse?
What is the?
And now the owner of the horse sees her on the horse, says, "You look amazing on the horse. Keep it. Keep it, right?"
Right, marry me. Right.
Does it matter? Because the horse is the same horse. The money is always going to be different money.
Because the horse is always my horse.
My horse, marry me and keep it. So what?
The money is always your money. You have an obligation.
So the horse may be good.
Right? Now listen carefully. When I give you money and I tell you take money and give me 10% interest. What's the din? Asur. If I give you a horse, give me 10% interest.
Sure.
Mutar.
Why?
Because the horse is being rented and it's always my horse. And the money becomes your...
Enterprise, and you say, you gotta go ahead and fill up the gas.
Whatever it is, I don't care what it is. Fill up the gas. Pay me 10% of the worth. What's the din? It's mutar. Why? Because it's my horse. You're using my horse.
Because you use my horse.
Got it? So that is one of the basic things we learn in what Masechet? Baba Mitziyah is a neshech. That when it comes to goods, I'm allowed to charge what? Interest. When it comes to money, I'm not allowed to charge interest. Now, there is one case which Gemara says maybe I can charge interest by money. You remember the case? What business?
Partnership. No? When you take a risk.
Take a risk is one. That's a partnership. But in the case where no partnership exists, I go to you and I tell you, Mr. Chira, I went to the bank and they told me I don't have enough income to make a mortgage. And the doctor remembers, give me your suitcase filled with money. Fill the suitcase with money. And I want to borrow it to show the bank I have money. So that money I'm not spending. I'm returning the same money. On that I could add $1,000.
Oh, really?
Because that is not a loan, but it's a what?
You rented it.
It's like an item.
So what if you transferred electronic transfer $1,000?
The guy when we got the what?
Not good. Doesn't work. Works only with the old-fashioned way.
Like the old-fashioned way. No cosign. He's just bringing the what? Bringing the suitcase. That's it. Got it? That is the concept between loaning and lending. Comes the Gemara.
If he lends it with a suitcase,
Oh, very good.
what woman is going to keep the suitcase closed? Come on. I'm spending it.
Bahanad milveh mikudeshet. But Bahanad milveh, he is mikudeshet. What is Hanad milveh? Rashi doesn't tell us. Oh, it doesn't tell us. Vasur lasot ken mipnei halamat ribit. Not only
Same paragraph.
is she mikudeshet, but it's asur to do it. Why? Because of halamat ribit.
Because avak ribi?
It doesn't say avak. It says haramat ribit.
Evaded interest.
Evading. Avoiding interest. Now the Gemara is going to tell us. Hi, Hanad Milveh Hechidami. What does it mean, this concept of Hanad Milveh? What does that mean? Ilema, that's kafa. Ba'amar la, arba'a b'chamisha. What does he do? He goes and he has a
Lends
loan.
her 4 coins and he wants back 5.
And then I says, don't pay back the 5.
Don't pay back the 5.
Take for Kiddushin.
That's for
Take
Kiddushin.
it for Kiddushin.
That's an athlete beat. What is the din?
This cannot be because the additional charge is interest.
Oh, he said only keep the fifth, not the whole fine. Keep the fifth.
But that's interest.
But that's no good.
Why?
Because you can't take the fifth anyway. It's illegal. It's interest.
Now, let me ask you a question. When I go to the bank,
Look what it says.
listen to the question.
Throwing out with the fifth.
Listen,
Okay.
I go to the bank and I borrow money with repeat. And I sign with witnesses. And I know that the bank is owned by a Jewish man.
He got issued.
What's the issue?
So your contract is good, but you don't have to pay the rebate.
You're not just allowed to go ahead and lend.
That is
You can't borrow with the receipt.
Yeah, right. Either way.
Either way.
But the question is the contract valid or not?
That's not my question.
That's not. Do you owe the rebate?
I signed that I am going to pay you $100 for this loan. Do I have that obligation?
To pay the extra 100.
No, you know,
Is
meaning
it a fee? Is it a fixed
Here, let's go back.
repeat.
Let's go back. Let's go back. This is interest. 10% a week.
You can't do it.
Now listen.
That's interest.
No good.
Pure interest.
No good.
Forget you're not doing any special out. You're getting straight.
Money.
Most Lagnado is going to pay 10% a month to Joe Damas for the loan.
Clear interest.
I gave him a discount. 10% a month. I gave him a discount.
We learned what we did as a Hashem, it doesn't matter. When we learned this, we said you were guilty once you signed it. You become guilty. Once you sign it, if you look it up, you're still guilty for signing it. That's
We didn't ask you if you're guilty. Am I obligated?
They have it 610 and it's a year will come 645. They have it 650.
Plus off the illegal part of the contract, the cocaine portion of the contract.
Yeah, I want to
Go ahead.
Yosef, I'm sending you the.
So what's the verdict, Rabbi?
The Nitva here in Kiddushin doesn't say Nitva V'tzia. He says in Kiddushin. He says you, as a borrower, are obligated to pay what you promised. You obligate yourself.
Even though it's your beat?
You obligate yourself. And the bank is obligated to repay you.
The Jewish bank.
Repay you what?
So
The interest that you pay.
you're laying out the money, but the bank has to repay you.
You borrowed $1,000. You have to pay back $1,000. The 10% interest you're not supposed to pay.
No,
You have to pay it, but the bank's
You
obligated.
pay it, but the bank's obligated to give it back to you. You pay $1,100,
How can you pay?
and the bank's
That's what
got to
you
give it
signed.
Yeah, but wait.
because it's a Jewish. It's
You're not allowed to pay interest.
But that's what you agreed to. You agreed to.
So the agreement is stronger than the
Torah?
Doraita? How is
No,
that?
because the Doraita part is the guy has to give you back everything.
No, Doraita is don't pay rebate also.
So you're saying just circumvent the whole thing, just scratch it over.
Cross it out, yes. We did that before, no?
That's what the court would do. They would scratch off the interest and make you pay back the principal.
Comes the Gemara in Ezu Neshech and says exactly that.
Which one? Which
Like you
that?
said, cross it out.
Cross it out, right? Like Jack said.
But comes the Nitva in Masechet Kiddushin. He says, no, you gave your word.
He gave you word.
You keep your word.
Do what you said.
And then the bank has his.
Obligated to give it back to
Do
you.
what you're saying, say what
That's how to add the Malvera.
So that could be Hanat
What
Milveh.
does that mean? Hanam Bilbeh?
Benefit of the loan.
No,
Now let's read it before we go further.
no, I don't think that's.
Okay, let's read it.
Yes, yes. Benefit.
Hanat Milveh. Read it. Joe.
Hi Hana'at Milveh. This reference of Kiddushin with the benefit of a loan, Hechidami, what does it mean exactly? Ilema de Azkafa. If you say that he fixed the interest payments upon her, when he said to her, I'm lending you 4, give me back 5. That cannot be because this is pure repeat. Right? This is pure repeat. It's not a benefit of repeat.
So, Mr. Gindi, we never said the word avak. What do you tell us throwing avak? What's avak? Where's avak coming from? Oh, slow down. So what is he telling you?
High repeat ma'alai tahu cannot be for this additional charge is true interest.
And what does the man call it?
A loan.
Yeah,
Hana'at milva.
Haramat repeat.
Oh, good word. Is that what you reserved for that check?
Mr. Gindi, it is a what? A scam. Scam repeat.
But that's בהנעת מלווה. He didn't say what הנעת מלווה is. So he's telling us what it isn't. It's not when he lends her 4 and takes
I don't know
5.
how you're reading your English.
I start from the beginning. I'm going to read it all in Hebrew. Amar Abaye. Abaye says, "Hamekadesh ben milva and hamekudeshet." He does it with
Leave that. We finished that. We're not going to go back to it.
But if he does it behanaat milva mekudeshet, with the benefit of a loan, she is mekudeshet.
But it's asur to do it.
Because it looks like.
Don't tell you why. You don't know why. You don't even know what it is yet. We don't know what haramat repeat is yet. What is this case? The Gemara doesn't know the case.
We know what haramat.
We don't even know what haramat repeat is.
Okay.
What does he do?
You are avoiding interest.
Once that you better not finish, just give it, start all over. Loan, this, that, the guy's
Mr. Chira.
guys have been
Mr. Chira.
totally.
Mr. Chira.
Gonna forgive her 4 for 5?
Mr. Chira. He just lent her $500,000. What nickels? What nickels? $500,000 is it nickels? I don't know. And
Very
you're.
wealthy people can be very, very miserable.
He's giving her $500,000.
It doesn't matter how much they give, but if you're missing from 5 cents for they go.
Wait a second, $500,000 is another story. We're talking about $100.
So now we're talking about the $500,000. Mr. Chira, I don't know what you're talking about. He comes to the guy, to the girl. You know you owe me $500,000? What's the din? Forgiven. What's the din? $500,000. Why? Why? And now he tells her, now listen carefully. He says, you have the $500,000 for another 6 months.
He extends the loan.
What's the din?
This is not law ba'olam.
What's the din?
That has a value.
I have to think.
I would say that's
I
good.
don't want to answer right away. I have to think.
I would say that's good.
I'm not so sure.
$500,000 being forgiven is what?
It's no good.
It's no good.
Because it's not new money.
If
She
spent the money already, it's law ba'olam.
6 months later, you still have to pay. You still have to pay me back in 6 months, and that's Kiddushin. Make up your mind.
That's weird.
Because somebody.
You don't have to pay back. It's not
Because somebody.
6 months later. It's
No, somebody would pay for an extension of 6 months.
And somebody would pay for forgiving of the loan also.
Yes. But Rashi told us why forgiving of the loan is no good. Because it's nothing new that she can spend. That was hers to spend.
And what is the 6 months?
It's no money out of her pocket.
It's hana'ah.
Hana'ah. It's hana'ah. Right.
So let's read this Gemara. This Gemara is really very, very difficult. So we're going to leave it at its difficulty. Let's go back.
I thank you for making me feel good. At least
And
it's very, very easy. Then I feel like a dumb.
I want to say, extend the loan, maybe it works.
not maybe.
You say,
The Gemara says it
We
works.
thought Kiddushin is the easy Masechet. We didn't do Sanhedrin.
she spent the line. He knows she spent the line. She doesn't have it. It's not in the world anymore.
Then we're going to learn how to
Okay,
acquire
but
things.
he knows that, and he says, "I'll give you an extension for 6 months," and he acquires her. Then I should know about that. He don't have it in her possession. It doesn't work.
It does.
Wow, I shot him dead.
It is something
I'm just telling you, if you
It's
do
a plan
common
work.
sense,
But it is
common
about-
sense, that I should know about
But
that.
the
She spent
loan
it
is
already.
due. But the loan's due.
It's a plan.
He
work.
extends it before it's due.
Wow.
Extends it
He
longer.
extends it before it's due.
Makes no difference when he extends it.
Extends it
She
longer.
comes to him.
There is something.
My dear prince, I spent the money, I don't have it yet. He says, princess,
All the way to page 40.
6 months I give you. But on condition you marry me. It's good.
He says, forget about the loan.
The same reason that you said it doesn't work before, it doesn't work now. It doesn't work now. The same reason, the same reason.
Now read the Gemara.
Because
Read
the
it for
benefit is
us.
there and then.
Let's get read
There
it.
and then.
Rabbi,
That's
go ahead.
Read, I'm going to make you read it.
Put it in my brain.
Okay. Omar b'hanad milzeh mikudeshet. V'asur la'asot ken. When it comes to hanad milveh, it is mikudeshet. Mr. Gindi, just listen. V'asur la'asot ken. Mipnei haramat libit. Again, did you hear what it said? She is mikudeshet. But you can't do it, you shouldn't do it. Why? Haramat libit. Is the Kiddushin good?
Yes. But you shouldn't do it because?
Haramat libit. It looks like ribit.
Looks like. Maritime.
Same word, the same word.
It looks like it.
Hi, Hanad Milveh Hidami. What is this case? What is the case where it is good Kiddushin? Ilema, if you're going to tell me that's kafa, Tamala Arba V'Chamisha, if you're going to tell me it's a case where there was a loan for 4 for 5, and he said, don't pay me the 5. Ha ribit maliyatahi. That is real ribit.
That's really
So it can't be this case.
That can't be the case. Of all hainu milveh, and that also is just like milveh. Just like milveh is asur, it should also be asur.
It's no good.
No, that's not the case. Tzricha. What is the case? Ta'avachla zimna. He extends the loan. He extends the loan. All of a sudden, what takes place? It's a good kiddushin, but it looks like ribi. Should do
So
it.
you shouldn't do it, but it
I
works.
just don't know how with the same
Now
money-
again, my
it's the
question was
same money,
to.
it's the same money, okay, that wouldn't go ahead and work before, but now just because he extends,
Right. Well, it's good. Because it doesn't look like repeat now.
what do you mean it doesn't look like
does
it
look
be?
like
Oh, because it does look.
That's why you
No, the
shouldn't
first
do it,
case.
but we
What do
do
you
it.
mean? It still looks like it be.
It does, but we still
Wait, the
do it.
extension is also looks like repeat.
Sure, that's why I said.
It looks like
That's why we tell you don't do it.
The extension, but it says it's good.
We said it's. Read the Gemara.
Rabbi,
No.
Read the beginning of the Gemara.
Said it's good, but
First line, after the 2 dots. Read it.
Uh,
Top of the page. Amar Baye.
אמר אביי, בהנאת מלווה מקודשת,
But
ואסור לעשות כן מפני הערמת ריבית.
so what's the case of haramat ribit? What's this case?
This case, the extension?
Yes.
That's the haramat.
That's the case.
So asur. So asur.
Assume, but is it good kiddushin?
forbidden to do so
How
because
could it be good if you're doing it al yedei isur?
prohibitation.
Rabbi,
You tell me.
Extending the loan is
Not,
not something.
he's not allowed to extend the
Even though he
loan.
can't charge for it.
What do you mean he's not allowed to extend the law? Of course you're allowed to extend the
Extend
law.
the loan, but it's not
Haramat rebit.
Right.
You can't marry her.
He's allowed to extend the, wait. If he.
I lend you money. You come to me, Rabbi, I can't pay you.
right.
Okay.
6
Pay
months.
me in 6 months.
Can I do that?
Yes. You're not charging me
Nothing,
anymore.
nothing. I'm not charging you.
Right now, you lent her the money. You lent her the money.
She comes crying,
I don't have the
Rabbi,
money.
I don't have the money. Okay, I'm giving you 6 months, Kiddushin.
Why is that allowed?
Because
Why is that allowed? Because now he's charging her something.
what is he charging?
He's charging her the value of the Kiddushin, whatever the value
What's
is.
the value of Kiddushin?
The value of the 6 months.
What is the value of
He has
Kiddushin?
to give her something to be
He
Mekudesh.
gave her 6 months.
That's it. That's why he's not allowed.
Why?
That's
The money's
repeat.
gone.
That's not
repeat.
repeat.
The money's gone.
It's not biblical
my point,
prohibition
the
if he
money's
extends the
gone.
No,
loan.
he's not.
It's not biblical
Not the 6
prohibition.
months. She's gonna pay him
That
back
doesn't,
$500,000.
that's not his problem.
She just has a no. She's not paying it back.
In 6 months, she's paying back $500,000. The problem is, he wants to be Mekadesh today for that extra. Let's say the 6 months extension is worth $50,000.
Right, that's it, right.
But so he says, okay, you know what? Be Mekudesh at Li, and in 6 months, pay me $500,000. So now that 50,000 he used for Kiddushin, and we're saying it's good.
No, that's not what we say.
We're saying it's
That's what you're saying.
We
He
say
said, no, we're saying she's Mekudeshet.
it's not biblically
I
prohibited.
will-
That's it, without the fee. Without the fee.
She
Again,
be Mekudeshet.
let's go back.
The fact that the 6 months, that's what he said.
Because she's
Right.
getting the benefit then.
The extension.
Because she's
The
getting the
extension
benefit
of
Talking
6
about the
months.
extension.
No, you're talking about the extension with the money value tied to an extra to beat. No.
But the extent, no,
Just the
no.
fact that the extension,
No,
but
no, no.
the
I'm
same
saying,
way that the
no,
loan didn't
One
work
second,
before
one
with the
second.
money.
I'm saying the extension has a value. I'm putting a dollar value on the extension.
Right.
So
Don't put
he,
it.
No, there's no dollar
No,
value.
there's no dollar
no,
value.
I
It
understand, but I'm
appears that
saying
there's a dollar value.
Right, that's his
no, it
point.
doesn't appear. There is a dollar. In the open market, there's a dollar value for an extension.
That's in Manhattan,
For sure.
That's everywhere.
but not in Jerusalem.
Rabbi, everywhere.
No, I'm telling you it's not in Jerusalem. You tell me everywhere.
No, I didn't
I
say
saw it.
Jerusalem.
We're talking about Jerusalem. What are we talking about? We're talking about Manhattan. Extension is not you don't pay for. I'm a religious Jew.
So what's the benefit if it's not a dollar value? What's the benefit?
Time
Extra
done.
time to use the money.
That's the point. What's the benefit? If it didn't work before,
So is that Shaveh
Doesn't work.
Peruta? Is that Shaveh Peruta?
that's what's bothering me.
That's the question. And comes up by says what? Shaveh Pruta. And not only Shaveh Pruta, you can do it.
You could do it.
Now I finished all my screaming for the day, Rabbi.
So you can't forgive a loan.
You didn't get home yet.
You can't forgive a loan. That's no
I don't do
good.
the screaming.
But you could extend a loan.
And that is good.
And that is good.
That
I think it's
is
very hard to
that
grab this.
that is what we have to grapple with.
Yeah,
Why, when it comes to the loan, and I completely do what? Negate it. That's worth a lot of money.
It's worth a lot more than extension,
And,
right?
right? And we say that's no good because that's a rebate.
Right. And when he's extending the loan,
Say mutar.
what new money is he giving her?
Nothing.
According to
Just
Rashi.
the benefit, new benefit.
You benefit.
But she can't spend it. Rashi said.
She's gone already.
Rashi said the first money she
The
received
first
last
money is
week
gone.
is gone. Now this
Actually,
$500,000 is also
the first money's
gone. She's not getting anything.
She's getting the peace of mind for 6 months.
She's getting a reprieve.
And
She
then,
doesn't have to
but in
repay
the
that
other
whole-
case, she's getting a reprieve
Forever.
forever.
Right. So she's not getting a
It
benefit?
doesn't make sense, Val. It doesn't. The logic is not.
That was that. Now you know why I'm screaming.
Now with you, what do you mean? I'm with you on the screen.
So that's
I
not
only said that the extension has a dollar value.
Now, first of all, let's go back to just we have a minute. We just go back. Does Kiddushin really need money?
It needs
No, it
anything
needs
of value,
benefit.
anything shaveh pruta.
And does rebate need money?
No.
No.
To be over on rebate,
No.
do you need money? Who told you that?
You did.
I never said that.
You don't need money because if you lend somebody wheat and the
No.
price of wheat changes and you
No.
pay back a pound
Also,
of wheat
it
and
could
the
also
price
be a
goes up,
change
then
in
that's
value.
considered a
Could
repeat.
be a change in value.
Maybe change it out.
An extension of time could also be repeat.
Could an extension of time be
But that's what
rebate?
time is. Time is repeat.
If you're
Time is
paying
money.
for it, because you're paying for the use of money. If you're charging, if you're charging for an,
Worth
ex-
something.
The extension
if you're
of time,
charging
she-
for an
Now,
extension of time,
Joe doesn't know what he's saying, but I'm going to give you. I'm going to
You're
give you.
saying good, you just don't know what it is.
I'm going to give you an example.
You're paying for the extension, that's the difference.
I'm going to give you an example. You lend me money, $100,000. I'm using that money in China, whatever. And I also lent you money. And you come to me, say, pay back. I say, I don't have the money now. What will I do? I'll give you an extension on my loan to you, to your business.
So you can't say moist and dry.
That's the case of
What should we do?
an extension. Is that repeat or not? Because extension on my loan is not repeat because who's giving me the extension? The bank.
Then what's gonna happen?
But when I lend the money to the bank also,
You're gonna do the same thing by the
and I have the bank's money and they have my money,
only moist.
whatever the case may be,
And they're gonna make a mistake.
that could be repeat or not.
Then if it's dry.
Will the extension be repeat?
and if it touches, they don't want it.
Following?
So he's saying if the bank has your money, let's
Oh.
say it's in a CD.
Whatever it is, right?
Then if you have money in the CD.
We have to learn
and-
examination
and-
again
and
to
the
get
bank-
to that.
That's the case. That's
That's
very.
the- Is that Jim tomorrow?
You have money in
Believe
the
it.
CD with the bank, and then you go out and borrow money from it's a Jewish bank.
There's a value to the extension that it's just like money, Chacham, no?
No, maybe not. Have a very good day.
Abraham,
Oh,
that would be a favor, very important favor.